You see? You know what I'm talking about? Cousin, I see you. We doing furniture. We got furniture stores. We got Frenchies. We got bullies. Man, we really do this, man. Me and my family members, man. Y'all better tap in, though. You feel me? Go live with my champion, with a champion right quick, though. Love you, cousin. Another one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up with the big dog, man?
Big baby. What's up, big baby?
How you doing, champ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed, man. I appreciate you stepping in with me for a minute and chopping some game, man.
And thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having this platform, you know what I mean? For us guys can get on here, you know what I mean, and chop it up with you.
For
Big
sure, for
baby.
sure. Anything
Yes, sir,
positive,
big
bro, you
baby.
know what I mean? From my comrades and my dogs that I grew up with, or anybody that I see doing something and working, man, I'm gonna try to support it as much as I can, bro. You know what I mean?
Definitely, big baby. Give me one of them stories, big baby. Let me hear one
Come on,
before
man.
we get
Hey,
started.
hey, hey, they wasn't there, right? At
Yeah,
Keysar,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
When the Fillmore guys surrounded the whole team on the Keysar court, y'all had it surrounded.
yeah,
The police had to
yeah.
come break it up. Then the next game we had against y'all was like the day after the following day. They didn't even let us play. The news was there
Come
and
on, big
everything.
baby.
They shut the game down. You know what I mean?
Come on, big baby.
You
Tell
know
us,
we've
big
been doing
baby.
this for many moons, champ. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, big baby. Let them know, big baby.
Yeah.
Yes,
um.
sir. You
So,
know what
bro,
I
I'm
mean?
gonna just, I'm gonna just,
Someone
I'm gonna
wasn't
just.
there to see that.
You know, I gotta run down these questions. You feel me? And kind of let the people know your background, how you grew up, and different things, and why you got your program, and why you doing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. Go ahead.
Um. What was your household like growing up, bro?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you like this. You could describe it the way you want to. I grew up in the OC projects, you know what I mean? So uh it was you get numb to that stuff and you think it's normal or whatever, you feel me? But my household was basically a danger zone, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Going in the house and coming out, but you become accustomed to it, and you think that's what it is. So, I let other people describe the way it is, but all I can say, I grew up in the OC projects, man. It ain't, I'm not happy where I came from, you know what I mean? But I definitely acknowledge it and embrace it because it made me who I am, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the struggle was nothing, you know what I mean? I love to go through the struggle because it make you who you are. If you ain't going through no struggle to get to your, destination or whatever, you ain't working too hard, you know what I mean? So my experience was growing up in the OC projects.
What about your immediate house? Like, did you have moms and pops in the house, or who was in the house who raised you?
That's a good question. My dad passed when I was 4 years old. Due to some unfortunate reasons. After my dad passed, my mom went crazy. Because of that, and
Mm.
it affected her. So she had went a little crazy in words and lost her mind and basically kind of went homeless. And then my grandma took care of me. So my grandma raised me, took care of me, made sure, I had clothes on my back, gave me some good manners, and morals, Um, and yeah, she sent me to some good mentors, I would say. I would definitely acknowledge my mentors. Because a woman can't raise no man. That's my belief. And she took me to some well-rounded, mentors. And that's the way I was raised.
Who were some of those mentors that she took you to, bro? Who were some of those mentors for you as a young man trying to find your way in the environment that you were in?
Yep. She made sure spent most of my time in the recreation park, Hayward Playground, and at the time, Daryl, his name was Daryl. He passed away. Was there. Another mentor. She was a lady, well rounded, was very strict, liked to have fun. Dorinda, she was down there. And then it turned over to a white boy, Tom Sandoval. He's the reason why I'm kind of very sports oriented, very
Mhm.
good at sports or whatever. He was like a trainer to me at a young age. People wonder why I'm so good or whatever, and just think it was from the projects or whatever. But I had a trainer, and his name was
Mhm.
Tom Sandoval, white boy. He took me in. He used to buy all of us pizzas. Used to take us to his house. Used to take us to college games. Used to, show us outside of OC. Because yeah, some of us we didn't even go outside to really film. We just stayed in OC. It was like a city within the city.
Right.
Um, and yeah, I would say that's the main one. Tom Sandoval, I really look at, and then Jerry Jack. Y'all, people know Jerry Jack from Sunnydale.
Mhm.
He came over there to Hayward Park, and we gave him a hard time for a minute, but he definitely we welcomed him. He definitely got in and introduced us to a lot too, and took care of us. So I give shots out to all those park and rec directors back in the days that was helping support us kids, because you know how we came up, and we used to run up in those wrecking park facilities and tear up
Mhm.
shit, and
Mhm.
they kind of like dealt with us and molded us to when nobody wanted us. I would say that.
Definitely, I could definitely relate. The OGs and the mentors and the ones who took us in, who was our coaches at Ocean View, they was like our father figures. You know what I'm saying,
I
bro?
mean, baby,
You know what I mean? Like teaching us how to
no,
not only deal
baby,
with basketball and things like that, but how to deal with life, how to deal with other men, do's and don'ts, of how you know what I mean, how to handle yourself in the streets and different things like that, bro. You know what I mean? So those
yes
type
sir,
of people
baby.
was definitely vital and important. You know what I mean? For us growing up, for sure, because there was so many of us. You know what I mean?
Preach to me, big baby,
Yeah.
preach to
You
me.
know what
Yes
I
sir,
mean?
yes sir.
Um, Talk about your relationship with your brother.
Oh man, whoa, that's a tough one. Good
Hey,
question.
you know you came on here, bro. You know we go back so many years. You know we got to talk about the real life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. I appreciate you, big baby, because you can't be vulnerable with most people, and then you ask those intellectual questions that have emotion to it, and for me, talking to people is my coping mechanism and my outlet. I'm for 4 years, probably 4.5 years, no alcohol, so talking to people and answering tough questions, it evolved me to the today's world. I don't never want to go back. I always want to move forward. So that's a good question, and
Before
I
you
can
start,
open up to
the
you.
reason I asked, bro, before you start, for, for probably for people who grew up with you for sure too, but for being from Lakeview, being from the other side of town, you and your brother was synonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like quitter and queers. You know what I mean? Like nigga, y'all was like bread and you know what I'm saying? And I know you know that, but I'm just saying. So that's the reason I asked, bro, because y'all was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't no one without the other. You know what I mean? And I know you love your brother, but I just had to ask because I know how it was when we was kids. Like just hearing y'all names when we got to play y'all, whatever it is, it's always gonna be the both when we hear it. You know what I'm saying, bro? So that's why I asked, bro.
Yep, and you asking that question bring him back to life. Just speaking his name or whatever, and he's resting. But long as we keep on speaking the ones that's gone name or whatever, they always living. You know what I
Mm,
mean? They can never be forgotten.
mm.
Long as they never forgotten or whatever, I believe in that. That's what's up. So thank you for speaking up on this, so we can talk about him. You know what I mean? And raise his name in today's time. Even though he's gone. You know what I mean? But to just elaborate on your question, me and his relationship was very tight. We was about 11 months apart. Everybody thought we was twins. We used to wear those braids like the crisscross, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. And my relationship with my brother was he saw my full potential before I did. He never wanted me following behind him. He really used to try to ditch me. And the lump, critter, man's all them, they used to try to ditch me and get me away from, all the real grimy stuff. You know what I mean? All the little stuff we used to do as youngsters or whatever. And I used to get upset, but I didn't see what he was doing it for until, it was too late, to be honest. But he always tried, he knew my full potential before I knew it, bruh. So he used to put me on the forefront when it came to sport. He used to speak highly on me, you know what I mean? He used to always, um be my biggest fan. You know what I
Mm,
mean? It was like he would give me that tough love, but I didn't see it then.
mm,
But the relationship was knit tight. You know what I mean? It was just it's undescribable. You know, like I said, we was damn near twins. Um, but now to see, you know, he's gone or whatever, he just wanted the best for me, and he wanted me to actually go to somebody lead, you know, go to somebody college. He used to support me in that way. So our relationship was so sick. I thought that he didn't like me or wanted me not buy him or whatever, because he was all crazy and nuts and shit. And you know what I mean? Or he used to hate because of some girls, you know, when we young, hate on girls and shit. But he just didn't want me in that limelight, man.
mm,
He didn't want me even, you know, seeing that, so that bullshit can feed my subconscious, so it'll mess, you know, my sports future up
mm.
or whatever. Um, so he was our relationship as a big brother or whatever. He definitely, you know what I mean, was like, don't do what I do, you know what I mean? Do what I say. And he used to always try to guide me in the right direction. So that relationship, you know what I mean, it was tighter than butt cheeks, man. I tell you the truth, for real.
Like you said, from a distance, we thought y'all was twins. Y'all had the braids, like you said, bro. And of course, you on the inside, but for us on the outside, you know, everything is bigger, and you look at different things when you're younger. You know what I mean? So y'all names was famous. Y'all was famous as youngsters. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like already. You know what I mean? From y'all section and in the city, because y'all stood out. You know what I mean? Because y'all was brothers, and maybe because of the braids, whatever. But y'all energy too, like you know what I mean. Y'all was repping what y'all was repping, not even just bad, but y'all was representing. Y'all was really about where y'all was from, like, and everybody knew where y'all was from. You know what I'm saying? And your brother was one of them guys. You know what I mean? And God rest his soul and spirit. But for sure, we're gonna bring his name up and let it know, because people become legendary from
Yes,
different
sir.
places for different reasons. You know what I'm saying, bro? But your brother was
Yes, sir.
a
Yes,
standout
sir.
when we was children. He was a standout back then, and so was yourself. You know what I'm saying, champ? So you know, we're gonna highlight that. We're gonna speak on that. You know what I mean, for sure, without question, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I
You
mean?
got me going now, big baby. I appreciate that, for real.
Off top,
That just
bro.
brought that just brought chill to my body, you know, really enlightened me, you know what I mean? That's very, it was very motivational to speak up on him like that, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. That gave me more fuel, more influence, you know what I mean? To do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? So
And
thank you for I appreciate this, for
man,
real.
bro, for you reaching out and just saying, you know what I mean, you want to come on, bro. I appreciate this, because it's very few of us that can say we made it through all these storms, right? And have the mind and the fortitude to sit down and have these type of conversations. You know what I mean? We so blessed. You know what I mean, bro? But especially from the youngsters from our age group, you know what I mean, from that part of the city, and from all of our different sections, like it's very few of us, you know what I mean, that got our right mind and still can talk and still trying to do positive things and give back or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying, bro? So it's an honor to sit here and talk with you too, because people might not know how raw you was, how much of a natural athlete you was, how much of a problem you was on the court, on the field, you know what I mean? Since the Seahawks, you know what I mean? Like you was a natural talent, bro, you know what I mean? Period. And y'all was one of our, if not our biggest adversary. It was y'all and Hunter's Point for sure was our biggest adversaries on the court. You know what I mean? Anybody else, you know what I mean? We was gonna go at it with it, but for sure, y'all, it was gonna be a problem, and it was gonna be a war, because you was leading the charge. You know what I'm saying, bro? Um, what high school did you go to? What happened with the athletics? What high school did you go to?
So I started off at Wash, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I was supposed to go to Gal, but what it was hearing my brother or whatever, I wanted to get away from, my friends, to try to better my education and stay focused, you know. So I went up to Wash. I went up to Wash kicking ass, you know what I mean? But then when it came to sports oriented, then my brother got kind of upset or whatever because I didn't play with him and his friends, because we had beat them when we played JVs or whatever. And I was just, bragging rights, talking a little trash or whatever. So that story, happened. I had got bored at Wash, you know what I mean? I got a little lonely, you know what I mean? I got a little homesick, You know what I mean? I felt like an imposter, a little alien
Yeah.
and a little alienated. I was up there at Watch. Not saying they was too square for me, but it was too systematic to where you
Mm.
can't do too much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like the
Like
difference
I
between
couldn't really
Lincoln
lay
and
my
Bow almost.
yeah. I couldn't lay my hair down, and then so I didn't really feel comfortable because I wasn't acting like myself. Not saying I was acting too squarish, but coming from my neighborhood, you know what I mean. You really don't know no better. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? What's up in your subconscious? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so I had kind of fell back on grades because I was cutting class and shit, trying to do the OC shit at Wash. You know what I mean? Them
Mhm.
teachers wasn't having that bullshit or whatever. So um I had talked about playing Vars 10th grade, and I knew from there I was gonna have to spend my whole time at Wash. So I said, nah, let me, go mingle with my gal folks. So I had to sit out a year. I also had to catch up on my grades.
Mhm.
So I went over to I to B. I went over to I to B Wells, caught up on my grades and shit. You feel me? And then my 11th and 12th grade year, I was over at Gal. Um, and then football uh made it to the championship, lost to Wash or
Mm.
whatever.
Lost to
And
the team
yeah,
you left, bruh.
yeah, 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 yeah. Let me say that.
That's
Let me
crazy.
say that for that. Right? Lost left to them, lost to Wash, 11th grade, right? Um, that didn't work out. I was backup quarterback. I was like cornerback. I broke my collarbone. You feel me? I wasn't in good shape. Fidel actually got hurt. That championship game. So we had a few players down. Honestly, I ain't trying to back it up
Yeah.
because Cooks broke that 80-yard touchdown like that. Antonio broke an 80-yard touchdown, some on fourth down. You know what I mean? On the yeah. Yeah, that happened. I gotta
Yeah.
keep it real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um, and then we wasn't too healthy. They got us that game, but then we bounced back. So I ended up winning basketball championship that year. That same year, because we could have won football championship and then turned around and won basketball
Mhm.
championship like bam bam.
Mhm.
It would have been sick for me because I would have turned around and won football championship again because
Mhm.
that's what happened. I won that last year. So we lost that. So I turned around that basketball year. I hooked up with Ken Bone. I hooked up with Horace. I hooked up with Rain. I hooked up with um Quentin,
Mhm.
yeah, my cool brother Quentin
Yeah.
Lewis, yes sir. And we went on ahead, won the championship. Yeah, I mean, beat Burton. You know what I mean? You just talked about that Keysar days when they had to get everybody off the court. Fat got on there doing the get low.
Yeah.
Yep. Um,
Yeah.
so that happened, right? And then that same year, right? Your boy, through the grace of God, turns around and won a football championship. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Mac had beat us at the beginning of the year. They talking heck of trash over there at Hunters Point. Look, Marquise and them, you know what I mean? They had, you know what I mean? They had some big boys over there, you know what I mean? And then we had made some minor adjustments, you know what I mean, to get with those boys because they was running the college offense in high school.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was. Yeah, they was. Uh-huh. So we had to make some minor adjustments, and then we had, faced them in the championship, and then we was down 12-0 at halftime to Mac. Yeah, I mean, my boy Man gave us a good pep talk. It was good. Yeah, I mean, peer to peer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Man got in our ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he say like this. Hey man, I gotta go back because he stayed in Hunters Point. He stayed on Harvard at the time or whatever. He say,
Yeah.
hey man, I gotta go back over here to Harvard. I gotta go home and hear this shit, man. It's halftime,
Yeah,
man.
that was
He like,
real,
hey
the
man,
realest speech I could have heard.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, come on, man. What
Yeah.
the fuck? Hey, yeah. On some real shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we put our motherfucking heads together for him, you know what I mean, and got busy for real. You know what I mean? So we put 10 toes down, you know what I mean, and got busy for mans because we didn't want him going back over there hearing that shit. We won 19-12. Um, we won 19-12 at the end of the game, yeah. I end up getting player of the year that year. Yeah,
Mhm.
man, player of the game. Yeah, and then to finalize that, you know what I mean, through my high school years, make a long story short, they end up giving your boy Hall of Fame for Galileo High School in football and basketball.
Mm. Thank.
Yep, yes sir.
So what
Yep.
happened? So what was the next step, bro? Was you getting letters? Was you getting letters for basketball, for football, for both, or how was that going?
Question. Hell of a question, man. Good. That's a good question. You know what I mean? Thanks for opening it up so they can really know well, what happened. You asking the right questions, my boy. I have to say that, big baby. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So I got hella letters and shit, right? But the thing was, I didn't know how to follow up. Back in our times, we was thinking and watching TV and shit, the blue chip, you know what I mean? We get a letter, oh, they gonna come to our house. Oh, they about to come get us or whatever. You feel me?
Mm,
Not really replying, not
mm,
really sending them letters back, you know what I mean? Saying I'm interested or whatever, you feel me? Until it really got too late. But a nigga got letters from all over the country. Yes,
mm,
sir. I got letters from all over the country, bro. I'm talking Oregon, Washington, down in LA, even in the West Coast. I mean, even in the East Coast. You know what I mean? Rutgers, Iowa, yeah, Kentucky.
mm.
You know what I mean? Oklahoma, all them Texas schools. You know what I mean? Some Florida schools, Louisiana schools. Got hella letters. On God, bruh.
Was it
But
for
I
both
didn't. Me and
sports?
my both sports, both
Mm,
sports, both sports. But me and my grandma, that was my support system. You feel me? At the time, Tom Sandoval had went over to a different career or whatever, so he wasn't really there for me. So I had no follow-up system. You feel me?
mm,
I'm gonna keep it real. So um the streets got me. Shit.
yeah,
Streets got me. You
yeah.
feel me? I was about to go to city, keep it real. I was convinced not to, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real. So I went over to the College of Marin.
Mm,
I went over to the College of Marin, tan they ass up, you feel me? But um I couldn't really keep up with my grades, get over there with transportation because I was going through a hardship, and then the streets got to me.
mm.
You feel me? So to just say that I really didn't at that age or whatever, you needed somebody holding your hand or saying, nah, nigga, you still young, you go do this. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Really supporting you. You know what I mean? Not making you do it, but guiding you through it. I
mm.
had no guidance, so I
Not
felt
making you do it, but
yeah,
guiding you through it. That's a quote right there, bruh. Not making you
yeah,
do
yeah,
it, but guiding you through it. Go ahead, can finish what you were saying.
yeah, yes sir, yes sir. So it's just having that support. You feel me? I not that I couldn't do it. I just and some points I felt lonely. You feel me? I felt not supported. You feel me? Like nobody was behind me in certain situations. So, um, so I was just like, let's try something else, you know? Let's just like do the street shit. And then, to tell the truth, somebody came and found me, Carlos Sandoval. He working at Mission right now. He do wrestling. You probably know him. He grew up in KO and shit. He
Mm,
work on computers and stuff. This nigga told me he's seen me growing up since the Seahawks, since Pop Warner, since Powell basketball, since playing in basketball. Just a desire to just play hard, not
mm,
taking no plays off,
mhm,
not faking when he get hurt, getting
mhm,
back up. So he came and got me to work with kids.
mm,
So he came and got me like, I seen you, man. You a good competitive player or whatever. Once come, with me and work with these kids or whatever. I'm like,
mhm,
oh shit, wait. So he got me into computers because he was in the tech and shit. He was computer savvy and shit. This nigga taught me about little computer and shit. This is back when Facebook and MySpace and all that shit was really popping and
mhm,
you know what I mean? And shit. So he started teaching me little systems and shit about the computer, and then he started teaching me how to educate the kids because he was like, if you can transfer all your athletics and all the passion you have for athletics into these kids and give these kids some life skills,
mm,
then you win.
mm,
He was like, then you win. I was like, oh, that's it right there.
mhm,
So I didn't feel depressed or I didn't feel bad after that because I knew I had something to look forward to. After my sports and shit was over, I was a little depressed. You know what I mean? A
yeah,
nigga like
yeah,
mad, knowing
mhm,
he could have, made it further or for real. Cause I'm gonna keep it real. You can't vouch for yourself. Other people gotta vouch for you, right?
mhm,
Motherfucker see me shoot or do something at this age, and they'd be like, bro, you could have made it.
mm,
Back in your prime. They tell me to this day, like throw a football or do a sport, they'd be like, yeah, you pretty good, bro. You back in your prime, I see you probably could have made it.
yeah,
And motherfuckers tell me that, bruh.
mhm,
Like, and they tell my kids, your dad was good. Woo woo. So if I didn't have the kids to teach and to lean on or whatever, when that was said, I feel depressed, or I feel I let somebody down, or I
Mm.
feel, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, nigga gets suicidal when he know he could have made something and didn't. You know what I mean? Not saying he will, but
Yeah,
it get, you know what I mean? Yeah. For a weak nigga, weak minded nigga, it can get like that.
for real.
You know what I mean? That's why you see motherfuckers in the TLs, or you see these rejects done hit something they wasn't supposed to hit, or they'll check out because, you know what I mean, they done lost their prime and they can't get that back.
Mm.
So they can't, they do a different coping mechanism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But after you know you could have been something you ain't and it's too late, you get a little down on yourself, you
Hmm.
know? So just to transfer that and to put my passion that I had in the sports and the kids or whatever was relieving. And then, I kind of got a sense of life back. You
Mm.
know what I mean? And that's what's driving me today. It's just giving back to the kids, developing their fundamentals. You know what I mean? And make sure, they got the right foundation before any parent or coach can put pressure on them. You get what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
You got kids retiring at 13, 14 years old. You know what I mean?
There's
And
so
because
much
it's too much
pressure.
pressure, because it's so much pressure.
See, a lot. Another, like when we was younger, when we played, it was so much fun. You know what I mean? It was like we played because for one we love to play and we want to get out and do something different and see other neighborhoods and just move around. But we was playing for our school, we was playing CYO, we was playing PAL, and then eventually later AAU came. But it was just like we just loved to play, and it wasn't all the pressure it is now with the money and the different stuff, bro. So it was just the love of the game, and that's where we got so much of our skills from too. You know what I mean? From playing every day and going to the gym. Like you said, it was people in those positions though. Like at Joe Lee, Joe over there, he played for the Warriors, so he would have us doing real NBA drills. You know what I'm saying? That really made our game better instead of us just running around all the time. So it was very strategic people in place in our different cities and neighborhoods that not only cared about us but had the skills to make us better. You know what I mean, bro? That's why what you're
Right.
doing is so important because you really are a natural athlete. You really are skilled. You really have played at a high level. So what you could tell them is like it is for sure for real. You know what I mean? It's solid.
Appreciate it. Nah, definitely. And you know how we always say we can. I like that I can show them better than I can tell them. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Give them a demonstration or whatever because um, kids don't really receive something when you just telling them or whatever. You know, my little kid these days, or whatever, be like, shit, you do it.
Yeah,
Let me see you do it. God
yeah,
damn it! And
yeah.
then when they see that you can do it, or show them that you're not just talking, then they receive it a little bit more. But if you're
Mhm.
just yelling at them, telling them to do this or whatever, and ain't giving no example, then it's gonna be hard for them to receive it in this new millennial days.
That's right.
Yeah.
Earlier, you spoke about your sobriety and how long you've been sober. Talk about what has helped you with that battle and how you got this far with your sobriety, bro.
Yep. What helped me this far? Just it's an everyday struggle. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It ain't peaches and creams in my life. I go through problems or whatever. I just know how to cope differently. You know what I mean? So what got me this far is just family and friends. You know what I mean? Um, really, let me say God first of all.
Mm.
Let me give God all the glory. Yeah, I mean, because he was able to take the craving away from somehow. You know what I mean? I didn't
Mm.
even go cold turkey. I didn't have the chills or nothing. I just stopped, bruh.
Mm.
I
Mm.
was only going to AA meetings because I was mandated to because I wanted my kids back. So I
Yeah.
had to show the court, okay, this is what I'm doing or whatever. You feel me? But it was only a few classes or whatever. After that, through the grace of God, he just took the craving away.
Mm.
It was just like it was just like that. I swear, man. I didn't get the shakes or no stomach aches or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, I just really, give him all glory. You feel me? I say support from family and friends. I gotta say that, you know what I mean? My
Mm-hmm.
wife, my kids, you know, they there through thick and thin. You know what I mean? That's unconditional love. So now, when you come so far or whatever, it's like me when you have a winning streak or
Mm.
whatever. You feel me? It's like, yeah, man, it's like, oh man, and you know what I mean? You ain't letting that down. And I'm just one of those guys or whatever. Once I get on a streak, I'm like an algorithm. You know what I mean? I just keep it up. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
my flow or whatever. So I don't want to let Critter down. You feel me? So I just be like, I don't want to let myself down or whatever. So I just be like, it's 4 months, some days or whatever. Don't start now. I mess up my streak. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
I don't like losing.
Yeah.
I play to win. You know what I mean? I know how to accept it now. You feel me?
Hmm.
But just you know, yeah, not taking that L, is very valuable to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's what's
yeah, I'm
up.
trying to go get it all day. Yeah.
What's
So
the
that's
name of
what's
your
driving me.
what's the name of your program, bro?
It's called the Quest training program
Hmm.
for youth. You
Hmm.
feel me? I say training program because I'm focused on basketball, football, and baseball.
Okay.
So fundamentals in all of those sports.
Hmm. What do y'all what is the primary focus on? Oh, you said fundamentals, but is it like how are you breaking down the training? Is it like, okay, if you only want to do basketball, I'll show you this, or is it in your program they're gonna learn all the sports at one time, or how does it break down?
So it's broken down in the category of the sports. If you want to do baseball, you feel me? We could concentrate on because I was a three-sport guy. You feel me? I
Hmm.
also played baseball too when I
Hmm.
was young. I just didn't do it really in high school. But I was a hell of a pitcher. You know what I mean? When we was in play, all the way up to what 12 or whatever, all
Hmm.
that park and rec shit. Tom Sandoval actually put me on a traveling team for baseball. Me and Dante Lump, we
Hmm.
was traveling with the white boys or whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
That kind of got bored for us because of where we came from.
Yeah.
But we was traveling baseball too.
Wow.
Yep. So just teaching them little fundamentals that I know in baseball. Um, Pinching, hitting, you know what I mean? I even do YouTube tutorials with them, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So they can, see, what I'm talking about. And then we go through the motion or whatever, you feel me? With football, it'll be mainly whatever position they want to play. We'll focus on that, find some good drills or whatever. In
Hmm.
particular, footwork, you feel me? As long as they got their feet right or whatever in football and know how to tackle,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? All the other positions go come into play, in basketball, we talking dribbling, we talking shooting. I master at that, you feel me?
Hmm.
And then footwork, you know what I mean? Fundamentals, you know what I mean? And you also want them to have a high IQ in all the sports, you feel me? So, trying to make the game slow, you know what I mean? Going
Hmm.
over scenarios, you know what I mean? Different, tactics, you know what I mean? And then you can have all the tactics in the world, but are you tactical? It's like how aware are you of the game?
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I mean, that's what's gonna get you to the next level is how tactical you are.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What is it like? 7 days a week, or what's the days a week you operate? What's the hours? Where can they find you?
So I got this website that's coming up. I'm about to throw it out in the next few days. I created a calendar on there so you can go on there and schedule your date, the dates that's available.
Hmm.
It's gonna be probably Monday through Friday after I really finalize this AAU team through the grace of God. I'm trying to start for my kids and a few other kids that got left behind. But right now we're doing it Sundays, 11 o'clock, and through the week. Some people call me and I would schedule 1 hour session. You feel me? We would discuss the prices based on whatever your situations or circumstances is,
Okay.
and then we'll put together a calendar and stick to it. I would like for people to commit because you're not going to get nothing if you train a few days and then just stop. Nothing happened overnight. You feel
Yeah.
me? You got to crawl. You got to crawl before you walk. So it's just um, getting those progressions in. You know what I mean? And just getting those reps in, so the kid can develop. So getting a timely schedule and a timely calendar. I would say give me 3 4 months or whatever. You'll see some good development,
Hmm.
and that's what the program like consists of.
Okay.
It's like on call scheduling. You feel me? Or you can go. You're gonna be able to go on my website and be able to calendar something.
Okay. Who was your biggest rivals when you was growing up back in the days on the hoop court, bruh?
Ah, look at him. the, the 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 best rivals was y'all Swoop. I like, you know what I mean? Swoop and them. Yep. You talking about Park and Rec, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Big Al and them. Big Al and them was cool. Yeah, I mean, like you say,
I
Hunters
played
Point
on both of
Lakeview.
them. Yeah,
Hunters Point Lakeview. We was all the sickest. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I definitely
Them games used to be lit up like they was like college games or something. It used to be so crazy in there.
like, come on, man. Like for real, for real. We used to go at it. There was the rivalries.
Straight up. Um,
Yeah.
for people from the city who know, growing up, who know the history, what's the difference between five sack and crumb sack?
That's a good question.
They wasn't there, big baby.
Yeah, yeah. So they all broke it down from a OC. A OC, you know what I mean? It's like an ounce, you know what I mean? And you can break an ounce into, you know what I mean, a five shot. And from that five shot, you know what I mean, you can have your little crumb sack. So that's the terminology. That's the best terminology I can give you, you know what I mean?
So was it an age cutoff or was it an age when you be like, okay, I ain't crumb sack no more now. I'm five shot. What age do you get to graduate?
That's a good question because we still crumb sackers, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even though we hella you know what I mean? Because our OGs is our OGs or whatever. I was just talking to an OG OC nigga or whatever, and he was like, all right, my young niggas. We was like, man, we 40 years old or whatever. That OG nigga said, y'all gonna always be my my young niggas. He
now
said, my OG nigga said, y'all gonna always be my young niggas. I said, that's right.
straight
He
up
said, yo, yeah, he made me feel good though, you know what I mean?
for
No
real.
offense. Yeah, I acknowledge that. He gonna always be the big homie. He gonna always be older than me. You know what I mean?
Straight up forever. Don't matter what's going on.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
um, if you had to describe your life in three words, bro, what would those three words be?
Proper preparation.
Mm, proper preparation. Straight like
Straight like that. Yeah, yeah. Proper preparation.
that. All right, say less. um, if you had to pick one, what was your favorite summer film on?
That summer where we went to all of the amusement parks. You know what I mean? When you went to that to that project. I mean to that complex. You know when Sunnydale or Hunters Point or like Plaza East. This was OC. They all got together and went to Raging Waters, Great America, Marine World, Santa Cruz, or whatever
Mm.
on that Friday or that day where they get
Friday
that
night
bus.
fun. Friday night fun. I think they used to call it.
Yeah, 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 man. You can't forget that, man.
For real.
Can't forget that. You posse up on that bus with your guys, you know what I mean, and go roll out. Yeah, yeah, that was the funnest time, bro. I would never forget that. Yeah, I be
Everything was
chapping when I be chaperoning and shit. It bring me back. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It bring me back when I be doing a little chaperone and we go to an event like a Great America or Santa Cruz or some shit. I think about how we used to go to with our little complexes when they used to take take these projects out. You know what I mean, on them Friday nights.
What was it like, bro, when you found out they about to knock the projects down? What was your reaction when you was like, when they started saying they about to knock the projects down?
It was crazy. My grandma didn't give me no reaction because she kept that away from us and moved us out before they knocked them down. She knew it was coming, didn't
Mm,
say nothing to us, moved us down to Amio Park down on 14th Street, just 5, 6 blocks down.
mm.
Yeah, I mean, we're still in the area, you know what I mean? But moved us up out of there before they knocked them down. And then when they started knocking them down, we was already in place. So to be honest, I didn't have no feeling because I still resided in Fillmore.
Yeah, okay.
But I did feel, sorry for the folks that, had to go to Harbor Road or had to go to Betrayal Hill
Hmm.
or had to go to Sunnydale or had to move out or had to go to Vallejo or Antioch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go out, yeah, get on. I did feel sorry for that, but they used to come back and see niggas though. You know what I mean? Wherever they stay, they used to come back. You know what I mean? Yeah, we used to be partying down the way on the Ave, shit, on 800 and Grove Street and Fulton. That's where I stayed at. So niggas used to come fuck with us.
That's when Filmo was still one Filmo. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Say that again. Come on, man. Yeah, I like when niggas say that because that'll never come back. That one Filmo, man. That one Filmo was nice, man.
For
For
real.
real. When everything was mutual, that mutual respect, you know what I mean? I wish we can get that back.
For real. For real.
That mutual was nice, man.
You know that hindsight ain't nothing like hindsight, bro. Seeing things from hindsight, seeing how beautiful we really had it, and all these different programs, and even back then we would have thought like, oh man, we can't go to this side of town, or it was little BS, little small stuff, but nothing compared to what it is today. We had way more freedom. It was way more love. You know what I mean? And it was just fun, like you said, it was a fun time growing up for us. Dangerous a little bit, but it was fun though. You know.
Right, right. Dangerous but fun, for real. Yeah.
So my last question before I let you go, bro. What is our responsibility as OGs or big homies, if any, to the youngsters from our communities?
That's a good one. Lead by an example. We gotta stop telling them, what to do, and really leading by an example and showing them, what to do, and that's by doing it. Um, Kids are really seeing, what's going on, and they just mimicking it. Yeah, I mean, you could talk that talk or whatever, but like, what are you doing?
Mm,
Um, Yeah, a kid told me, he in jail right now, my nigga, but he said, Quez, if I would have seen y'all or you doing what you doing now into the kids, you know what I mean, handling your business, got your own little program and really sticking to it or whatever, he would have thought different about walking that line and doing the do in the streets or
mm,
whatever. You feel me? But since back in my days, a nigga was playing in the streets, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He said that's what he's seen.
mm,
So he said since that's what he's seen or whatever, that was his influence, and that influenced him to his fed his subconscious in a way to where that was normal. You know what I mean? So if we feed these kids subconscious in a good way or whatever, it'll come unconscious.
mm,
But we gotta be going to school. We gotta be trying to be doctors and lawyers and try to start a small business or try to make something of yourself. So a kid gotta see you doing something. And when they see it or whatever, they be like, oh, okay. But if you just sitting on the corner talking like, oh nigga, this shit, whatever, they gonna want to do that too.
mm,
And that's what I learned. And it's no other way. It's an influence, and if they get influenced by so much, they go take action on it.
mm,
And once they take action on it or whatever, it got to be bad, whether it's bad or good or whatever. Um, it become a desire,
mm.
and then once it's a desire, shit, I mean, you do that shit without even trying.
That's right. You just wake up and do it. It's automatic. That's the truth, champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that was dope, bro. I appreciate you so much, champ. I tell everybody, I want to double back with everybody, you know what I mean, and do follow up interviews just to check on them, see how they doing. And hopefully, people that see you on here, if they want to get their kids trained, they know that you come from a line of not only a lot of success, but also a lot of not failure, but despair. So you know where to lead them, you know where to keep them away from because you've seen both sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying, bro? So
Struggle is real, man.
man, you know what I mean, bro? For real, for real.
Real is a part of life. Yes,
And
sir.
you know how far you could go when you got reinforcement because you know that's all you needed. You know what I'm saying, bro? So you know just that little bit of follow through, just that little bit of push could get one of these kids somewhere they didn't know they could be or somewhere they only dreamed of. So keep doing what you're doing, champ. You know what I mean? It's definitely appreciated. We definitely need more champions like yourself, bro, Quiz, and just I salute you and support whatever you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing, bruh.
Yeah, I appreciate this conversation, big baby. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you for bringing Critter to the light. You know what I mean? That was a good question for me, for real. It made me happy.
I appreciate you for answering, bro. And I'm glad that we could chop it up, bro. Like I said, man. Um, First and foremost, they wasn't there, big baby, to know real legends, real street legends. You know what I mean? Real people who have repertoires and names out here in the world before we touched rocks, before we came through a chorus, before we got on any females. A lot of us established who we was in the early beginnings just by, you know what I mean, poking our chests out or speaking up or whatever the case may be, bro. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna use my platform to tell the truth and shame the devil, man, about the real ones who
Yes,
was
sir.
around in my era. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what
Sir.
God gave me this thing for. They call me the voice nowadays. Everybody know I'm Young Juan, but they call me the voice for a reason because I'm gonna speak for my people. I'm gonna speak for the ones who ain't here, and I'm just trying to keep it lit for us, bro. That's all.
Come on, big baby. Come on, big
You know what I'm
baby. Come
saying?
on. Speak the truth, big baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
I
appreciate
want
you,
to give a
bro.
shout out. Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out to Ministry and Muscle too. You know what I mean? Rio and Nay, they got a good platform on working out. You know what I mean? For people with want to get their health together. That's all I want to say. Whether you have obesity or having problems with your health or whatever, Ministry and Muscle is a good platform
Hmm.
that you want to join. You know what I mean? We out there Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday at Keysar 7:30. You can get there at 8 o'clock. We're going 8 to 9. I say about 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's a good workout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, y'all go follow a champion, man. Go follow bro. I'm gonna have his information on my platform. You need one-on-one training for your kids. You understand me? He just said ministry of muscle. You try to get healthy and support my brother, man. He a real one. He a dinosaur, man. SF legend, and he doing positive things, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And go see you want some food, man. Go get that hibachi street food from Sir Hands, man. Him
Yeah.
and his wife over there doing it big too. Yes,
Shout
sir.
out. Say that then, man. We shooting out. We shut. And if you want a good book, man, go get Away with Words, Value One, and then we got
Yes, sir.
Value Two on Amazon. It's my
Man.
family. Shout out to my family who sponsored this podcast. Is that yes, them? Is that you? You know what I mean? If y'all got clothing, y'all want on the podcast, send it in to me, man. You know what we
Let
doing?
me
We keeping it
hey,
lit.
send me some to that book. Let's see if my wife want to check that book out. My wife really into books, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
send me a link to that book so
I
we can
got you.
support.
Matter of fact, it's in my bio, bro. Just click in my bio, the link tree. It got it right there.
Okay, bet. Yep.
Keep doing what you're
Let's
doing, bro. I
support.
appreciate you, champion.
Yep, you too. Yep, too. You too, bro. Keep this platform up. Yep, bet.
Salute.
All right.